And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And today is the return of Jason Libertelli. What's going on, bro?
Wow, dude.
What's up, Brian? I'm happy to be back. I'm excited to be back. I missed the Sports Port, being live. I love talking to you guys online, though. It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
It is fun, but
it's fun to sit behind a facade, you know?
To have you sitting right next to us.
Oh, for sure. I much more prefer it this way, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm hoping there's going to be some cameos out of you across the pond.
Yes, I'll definitely video in for sure.
Yeah.
Do like the London Minute, you know, some London sports for a quick hot second.
Oh, and I'm just trying to think time. What's going to be the time for 10 in London? It's
10
5 hours back.
Forward, ahead.
5 hours forward.
So it'd be 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's sick,
so that's,
dude.
I was thinking it was going to be early in the morning.
Yeah, we were just talking about this. I don't have a job yet, Brian. So yeah, I'll be calling in.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. 3 p.m.
3 p.m., dude. Jay's going to be drinking early.
Mm-hmm.
Couple comments you want off the rip right now, dude. Matt Ryan, can't believe we have the worst quarterback room ever on a QB who is reluctantly playing.
That's not true, Brian.
Reluctantly crouched.
You used to be talking shit about Zach.
Yeah. That is.
That's an untrue report, Matthew Ryan.
Wiki. Where did that one come from, Tony? I thought that the bites were cleared. I haven't heard a bite in months.
Oh, I got some new ones. You don't worry about it.
Oh, wait. So did we recover anything that we thought we
No,
lost?
you can't recover anything, dude.
Oh no.
I mean, we got a few of the old ones.
But you did say too, right? Going forward, like there's no chance we're gonna lose. Wiki.
Yeah, no, there's no
Okay.
chance, dude.
Just wanted to make sure.
Tight dog here. So we also got Kev Dew in the house early and often. He says, game day, baby. We want the smoke. K-Show today. Also, it's a rat pick day. Rep the company, rep the TV, rep the sports port. Fuck you, clown.
Ooh.
Wow.
Am I the clown?
I'm sorry, Kev. I hope I didn't offend you. Because I was talking shit about the Mets in the group chat.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Yeah, you gotta be the fucking clown. You're the fucking clown.
Quick, gotta go. This could get ugly quick.
And of course,
Ryan.
Wow, dude. Matt Ryan, by the way, also says, come on, I was hoping Zach would start before that comment. He quit on this team.
Again,
Stop
Matthew
it.
Ryan,
Stop it.
dude.
They quit on him, dude. It's different. It's different. You gotta give him some room to grow and to fly. And then also we have a great comment here from Riley Souza. He says, let's go.
Riley.
He said, he goes, a brother is down and out. Riley's got the flu right now. That's why he's not here on this gorgeous Friday. Pats are back, he says. Bobby's loving Bailey Zappi right now. Super Bowl back on. Yamamoto to the Sox. I cannot wait for it.
Damn.
Wow.
They really
Yeah.
did beat up on the Steelers.
Kind of did, dude.
Yeah. I don't know about Yamamoto.
He's one of the Mets, dude. Come on.
But honestly, just because.
Yes, Tony.
Yes. I missed yesterday. We have to start in the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yep, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So it was actually late Wednesday night. We got the news that the deal was official. Juan Soto coming to the Yankees, and it's something that had been in the works for a while. And I've said this countless times over the last couple of days. Ever since his debut, he was a guy that, I was targeting for the Yankees, just simply because of how advanced he was coming into the league, 19 years old, playing in the World Series, winning Gold Gloves, winning Silver Sluggers. Loved his swing, loved that he's left-handed. And it was one of those things, especially the trajectory the last couple of years. You didn't see this one coming. But the Yankees had such a bad year last year that the tentativeness that they've approached the offseason with is no longer. And you even had Brian Cashman, and I think this was alluding to a potential future, Yamamoto move, saying that he wants to make, the Yankees the Mecca once again. Speaking of that, they do have a contingency meeting with Yamamoto in New York. And Cashman will be joined by Hideki Matsui and Masahiro Tanaka. No, he is.
No, I know.
Oh, but why did you say it like that?
Well, it's just funny because Cashman's no. I'm saying I bet like Cashman's trying to put all the stops on Yamamoto because everyone heard about Cohen's dinner with the family, flew all the way to Japan just to have it, dude.
And,
yes.
And we always talk about middle ground, Tony, because I know with this topic, especially, you would think I'm going to just say no matter what. And I really do believe deep down in my heart, and I know the Mets are trying to go arm over fist to get Yamamoto, but I really do believe that the Yankee lure is going to end up with Yamamoto being in pinstripes. And obviously, may the best man win. Like I said the other day.
I obviously, I think the opposite. I think that, you're going to see Yamamoto in Flushing.
Oh, really?
He enjoyed Citi Field. He said he does like Kadai Senga. I think he's going to feel more comfortable on a team that has a player from overseas, specifically someone like Kadai Senga. So,
and I think this might be something. First of all, actually, at the network, any run-ins for you with Steve Phillips?
No.
That not even like from a distance.
No, never saw him.
Huh?
Not even like in the cafeteria.
I feel like he's been working there a long time, ever since the affair, the divorce, ouster from ESPN. No, but in all seriousness, right? He's been there a while. But anyway, the reason I bring him up, I was listening in the car this morning to MLB Network Radio, and he was saying that a big, kind of stop block for the Mets that he noticed, when he was there, is they were one of the most common teams listed on guys' no trade clauses, that they didn't want to come to the Mets. And that, that was a former general manager. And I'm guessing, a big part of that is just winning.
I'm sure.
I know,
culture.
Yamamoto wants to win. And obviously too, we know Steve Cohen wants to win. But I just, I could definitely see him, shelling out a lot of dough. The question is, can they sell Yamamoto, to the, can the Mets sell him, to their franchise? We'll have to see. But just with Cohen, Tony, like, why do you think, like, the way everything's has transpired? Like, do you think he didn't have the right general manager in? Because it's like, I even would have expected them to have, signed a couple big guys by now.
No, I don't know. I mean, I think Epler was obviously someone who's incompetent. And, Cohen said from day one, he was still looking for a president of baseball operations, which, he went the entire career as a Mets owner without one, by the way. And at the end of the day, I mean, Cohen isn't, yes, he has a tremendous love for the Mets organization. He has a tremendous love for baseball, a love for competing, winning, all these things. But he's never owned a baseball team. He doesn't really have baseball experience. He needs a baseball mind, which he really hasn't had. Cohen has, again, the will to spend, the money to spend. Yeah. He just needs a good baseball mind that can tell him, hey, we need these guys who are worth this amount of money. He needs someone to construct the roster for him. Like, he can't, Cohen's not that guy. He's not a baseball guy. He's the money guy. Yeah. So I think that's why the Mets that's why the moves they have made, obviously amongst other variables, but that mainly is why the moves they made really haven't, I think, worked out yet, because they haven't been the greatest moves, because he doesn't have that baseball mind. Epler was not that guy.
Yeah. You're right. And I think too, this is one of the biggest off seasons for the Mets in recent years, just because of the disappointment of last year. The chemistry issues. If they could make a big splash, change the narrative, because I think, like, even going back to what Phillips said, you have to give people reasons for wanting to play there. Obviously Mendoza coming in, him doing a good job relating to the players. I think that's really big. And I would imagine, and obviously you don't know if you're not in the war room there, that the whole thing right now is they're not really taking anybody seriously until Yamamoto's decision is made.
Right.
And then it's going to be a quick pivot, which probably like most of the league,
Exactly. I mean, we've seen Soto go down now. I think once we see Ohtani and Yamamoto off the board, I mean, that's when those are probably the three biggest names, right?
Yeah,
and then anyone
sure.
else is going to be like, like a Snell or any other free agent, really. But yeah, dude. I mean, I think the Mets could get him. I think so. I mean, that whole no trade clause of the Mets. When was that?
He didn't say specifically. He just said all of his years. He just heard that people just didn't want to come there.
I mean, I'm sure it's obviously,
sure.
Not a winning organization at this point, but I mean, again, like there's so many upticks, so many positives to being a part of the Mets now than there was, let's say, even 4 years ago, so I think narratives change, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like if that was the case, then I feel like Yamamoto, I feel like it would be already like the Mets are not even in the running, if that was really the case. So I guess we'll see. But I think it does. I think the Red Sox are certainly out of it. Sorry, Ryan.
No. I mean, they've really made a mess over there.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of ironic because,
are they going after Ohtani?
No, they're out on Ohtani.
Yeah,
really?
They're not.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you hear Riley's little mini rant? I think, what was that, last week maybe? Was it Wednesday?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
About John Henry being cheap.
Yeah, and like the Red Sox are a big market. They're not like a pushed around team. Like they have the money. They're a big market team. This is bullshit, whatever. But they're not gonna get anybody.
Boston's not a big market.
No.
Boston
I'm
market.
saying, them and the
business.
The Patriots were a top. Really, if you go back to 2004, I mean, we're talking about almost 20 years. Where they dominated, and now they're really in parole.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's a 20-year run, Brian. Like that's
but obviously
would wish they had that.
Obviously, I love to see it, of course. And we mentioned Ohtani, and Matt had a comment about him too. Ohtani signing today. I wonder where if it's Toronto. That'd be crazy. I think originally, Tony, I mean, all along you've thought Dodgers on Ohtani. Like nobody else really you see as a serious.
I don't think so, dude. Certainly not Toronto. I mean, come on. I think that's. I know even your boy Phillips was talking about Toronto, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, but I don't think Ohtani is going.
Well, and he wants to win, and I don't know.
I mean, they were just a massive disappointment last season.
That's what I was just saying. I was literally just texting the group to a couple fellow Yankee fans, and I'm like, they're saying, Ohtani, like the Blue Jays, it could be scary. I'm like, wait, why? First of all, why does he want to go there? Second of all, scary. I mean, I feel like you just said, they've been one of the bigger disappointments. Manoah is even going to make the roster, and
probably not.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Well, yes, he's still like a pretty good player. He's very much underwhelmed since that breakout season a few years ago.
And again, he runs his mouth a lot too. It's not good, dude.
Toxic.
The way you were looking at your phone there, Tony, I thought someone was calling. The hot take was ready to go.
Not
I love it.
Yet,
locked and loaded.
I'm sure he's waiting in the midst right now.
He's waiting for me to
in the grass
to make a comment.
Definitely,
is he ready to jump?
Absolutely.
His trigger word. He's waiting for that trigger word.
Yeah.
What did you make of the deal that Rodriguez got from the D-backs?
Dude, I think that good for the D-backs, honestly.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, I think they have an opportunity to strike a little bit while it's hot, certainly. And I think Rodriguez, we talked about him possibly going to the Mets even last season. I think that's a great deal for him. I mean, he had a good year. I don't have his numbers up in front of me right now, but I would say that would definitely help their pitching rotation. And then on top of it, I mean, I understand they're a young team too, but their pitchers underwhelmed in the postseason a little bit, especially towards the back end of it. Zach Gallen, I think, had like a horrible postseason, right?
Yeah, he did.
What's
he
whip?
did.
WHIP.
Walks, hits, innings pitched.
Yeah.
1.15. Opponents batting.
Eduardo Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, those are good numbers.
Yeah.
And it was 4 years, 80 million, but I think escalators can take it to 100. But obviously 20 million a year for a guy with the ERA in the threes, which is very tough to do these
3.3.
days.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good deal. And then we also had Candelario 3 years to the Reds, which was kind of surprising. Usually the Reds don't dip their toes, at the free agency too much. There's been some hype this offseason. At one point, Yankees were talking about him. Cubs were talking about him.
Yeah, I don't know why though.
I mean, because he was now. Did he get traded last year? Or he played the whole season on the Nationals.
I think he got traded last year.
Okay,
I want to say so.
But from when he was playing the Mets, I mean, from what you saw, Tony, I mean, it sounds like you're saying that you didn't think he was that great.
I mean, again, like for the Nationals, I mean, he was one of their better players.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I didn't see anything that was really like whoa, like wowing me. You know?
Right.
Oh yeah, he was in the Cubs and the Nationals last season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, I don't know. I think on a bigger team where he has other all-stars around him, I mean, yeah, he'll probably be solid, but I mean, he's not going to be a guy that really like is a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 30 years old, so I don't know.
What did you make of the Lopez signing?
Pablo?
Is it that's not
No.
his name. Pablo is on the Twins. It's the reliever that was on the Jorge. Mets
Jorge
Lopez.
Oh
$2
yes,
million.
yes, dude.
Yes!
Tony. I mean, I guess it's all right. I guess I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
Um,
Great 2 years ago, 5 ERA this year, but obviously has good stuff. So just kind of one of those things. I mean, $2 million if he ends up being a high leverage reliever. I mean, obviously it's a steal. But I know you're obviously growing impatient,
dude. I mean, I'm sick and tired of the low risk, high reward move.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Dude, like, is that what we're doing? Is it we're playing it safe right now?
I mean, it kind of seems like it.
It does kind of seem like it.
You know what? I'm surprised that there isn't any. I don't know if maybe he just doesn't want to go there. But Bellinger, I'm surprised there's no Mets talks with Bellinger.
Yeah, me too. I haven't heard any talks at all
with Bellinger.
To be
I've
honest.
heard the Cubs were going to pivot after Soto losing on Soto.
But I mean, I would think he would be more. Is there a reason you think why teams aren't going after him?
I guess his ask is high. I guess he wants over $200 million.
Oof,
so
is he an older player?
No,
he's 28.
I believe he's 28, going on 29.
Yeah.
But
Jay, I'm pretty sure that's what you were asking from Sikorsky, right?
Yeah, it was
200 million.
Yeah, I needed 200 million.
But I mean, I feel like with your impatience at this point, you would sign right now 7 for 210 with him or no?
Oh yeah, I don't think like that's 30 mil a year.
Yeah, but it just seems like he's a Boris Clyden, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think he's holding him in high regard, and teams maybe are just concerned because he had a couple brutal years previously.
Looks like Mariners could potentially target them.
Oh, okay, Mariners, yeah, they're obviously
and obviously Cubs we mentioned too.
Kind of looking to take the next step. So I would think especially if we hear about Ohtani this weekend, then I think a lot of dominoes are going to fall.
So Brian, what is it? Is it a World Series or bust now?
Oh, I mean that's what it is every year. Clearly, we didn't have the horses last year.
Yeah.
But I think with the two moves we made already, Verdugo, and then obviously Soto, I mean, that just completely changes the lineup. And the Yankees, Matt Blake.
I think I heard you say it that like people didn't want to. You made a good point about how people didn't want to pitch to Aaron Judge.
Right.
Now you have to pitch to Aaron Judge because you got Juan Soto coming on.
Because and I think they're actually going to. Oh, actually, yeah, right. You have Judge staying too because he does well there, and then I know Soto likes sitting as a 3-hitter. So it changes the lineup. But we will need a veteran to bounce back, whether that's Rizzo, LeMahieu, or Stanton. Obviously more than one of those would be great, but I'm just trying to, kind of play it, conservatively. But we'll have to see what happens, but it's definitely off to a really good start.
Yeah, dude.
Let's get it.
That is dope.
Would you remember that? Do you remember what that was?
Yeah, you were making fun of me for something for saying that's dope. I thought you were gonna say that is dope.
Okay, right.
That is dope.
Now, Jay, could you see yourself? I mean, because I feel like you were kind of ready to go last year. You get excited about the New York teams. And it was just
he was
a colossal flop.
I mean,
I
was a Mets fan, so I was watching the Mets.
Yeah, baby,
with Tony.
But watching the Mets, but also not liking the Yankees either, but just trying to.
Yeah, exactly. I was a New York baseball fan.
Right.
Nothing wrong.
I'm
with
excited,
that.
dude. I'm very excited for this season. I want to see what the Mets do.
Yeah,
because the Yankees have the purse to make the big moves. I mean, so do the Mets, but they like Tony's been saying, like they're kind of like
Playing safe.
Little brother to playing it safe. Little brother to the Yankees.
I mean, I know it's so early, Tony, but any Stearns concerns for you or no?
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, again, like these moves resemble moves that like Billy Epler made.
Yeah.
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 And again, like that's what we're trying to avoid here. I mean, you see some of these guys like Tyler, I don't know, say Conklin, whatever the hell that guy's name is from the Braves. Like a 32-year-old reliever. It's like, I don't want to hear about his nice screwball. Like I don't care about that. Like we need some youth, we need some vibrance, and we need a big splash. We need someone to come in here with we don't have anyone who's like you're nervous to go up against. Like you're worried. You got to work around it. Like a pitcher has to pitch around him in the lineup, or you're worried about his defensive plays in the field. Like there's no one really like that,
Mm-hmm.
And come on, dude.
And I think the problem is too, like Burns or Glass now, those are good targets, but like, do the Mets have anybody that anybody wants or / that they want to give up? Because I don't think, their crown jewels from the Scherzer and Verlander trade, I don't think they want to trade them.
No, that'd be stupid.
You no matter what, even for Glass now, because I mean, I'm sure you're probably concerned
Glass now
with the
sucks,
injury.
dude. Stop it. Yeah.
And even with Burns and Yelich, you just
Mark Vientos, I'd give away.
But I'm saying those guys, the Acuna and Gilbert, you're not touching no matter what, pretty much.
I can't do that, dude. No way.
Yeah.
Guys, the Mets and the Phillies are in London June 8th and 9th.
I know, dude. How crazy is that? We talked about that.
We did talk about that briefly.
You think you're going to still be there?
I thought you were going to be here, though.
No, I'm going to probably be there at that point.
Be there.
Really?
If things work out properly.
Whoa.
I'm totally down to go.
June 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on over, guys.
Yeah, I think that'll be, semester's over at Shoe. Summer started. Tony's got some time. Probably going to be flowing in the cash, dude. Like,
we can't get to the Rangers game, but we go to the Mets in London. Pretty funny if you think about it.
No, yeah, it is very funny. Well, obviously,
He's right.
Hey, listen, if things work out, we'll be going to Rangers games,
all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
dude.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to a few in between now and then.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, and I know I say it 24/7, Tony, but I really can't wait for baseball. I'm not kidding. It's like this free agency, I've been so locked in football, fantasy, Mets.
Yeah.
And now I'm just just baseball
Yeah,
24/7.
We got something to look forward to, Brian.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Opening day.
Have you caught any of the hot stove on SNY or no?
No, not really.
Dude, it's nice. I'm guessing they do the same thing, but yes, their episodes are live at 10:30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So yeah, it's getting me pumped up. And I honestly think both teams are going to be starkly improved from last year. I mean, there's no way.
That's one thing I miss about working at the network. Just the constant knowledge, dude.
A lot of inside information that how far in advance are we talking though?
I guess it depends on the move, really.
But
sometimes it could be as much as a full 48 hours, dude.
Damn.
Wow.
Because again, you get emails from everyone. And if you organize your email right, you can keep your eyes on the right emails, and all of a sudden, and not to mention, if you're working these shows, you're working the winter meetings.
Yeah.
So you have literally constant feeds of just information, dude.
Yeah, that's
overload.
That's awesome, man. Jay, you heard about the signed agreement for baseball season, right?
No.
Binding.
Signature contract.
Me and Tony, both opening days.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go,
Binding
dude.
Binding contract, dude.
Mets and Yankees?
Home
Mets
openers,
and
yeah.
Yankees.
Wow.
That'll
be dope.
The Yankees start in
Are they back-to-back?
The Mets are
they're
first.
3 days away.
Yeah.
4 days away.
Yankees have a 3-game set in Houston, and the Mets. We've talked about this before. Is it the Phillies? The
Brewers.
Oh, okay, right. I feel like baseball, because they did that with the Yankees and the Giants last year. They make this schedule with moves in mind, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Imagine what that. I mean, thank God it wasn't, but imagine what that series would have been like if Judge was on the Giants last year.
Oh my God, it would have been
with
crazy,
Correa,
dude.
That would have been insane.
We would have been crying.
A year later, though, I know he kind of stepped up in the playoffs, but are you kind of relieved that you didn't get Correa? Because he kind of had a shit year.
He did have a kind of a shit year. I guess so.
Because it could have turned into one of those albatross contracts.
Yeah, it could have turned into him doing well though. And
I don't know though. I just feel like, why are there all these medical concerns, and then why the hell are you performing that bad? I mean, let's see what the numbers were. I want to say he hit 240, 230,
18 home runs.
What, the slugging and OPS, slugging under
399. Yeah, OPS is 7.
That is so embarrassing.
Yeah,
I mean, wow, I feel like you would have been so tight.
Yeah, I probably would have been too. And then it just, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll see postseason 2023 here.
What was the postseason like? Okay. But it's
Yeah.
only 4 games.
Only 4. Well, no, I guess they have it
2 series.
divisional series, wild card series.
Performed in both, but didn't hit a home run, right?
No home
Just had
runs.
4 RBIs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, hit well.
Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of think his best days are behind him, but we'll see.
It could be.
And you see Matthew Ryan, New York Yankees, our best team.
I like that.
You thought I made it up for a second?
No. I
Yankees are
believe
best
it. I believe it. I believe it, dude. I believe it.
So yeah, the stove is hot.
Yeah.
We're all jacked up.
Oh, yeah.
The comment section is hot.
Can
dude.
The
baseball
comment section
season come any
is
sooner?
hot. Yeah. Let's before we switch over, let's catch up on the comments here.
Oh, jeez. All right, hold on.
You mentioned the comments, and then I mentioned catching up. And you're like, oh, I mean, I don't want to do that.
I just saw it here. Okay.
We can't do that.
Speaking of comments and catching up, Matthew Gabriel says, "Oh yes, J-Man."
Jemon,
Hey, Matthew.
And then Matt Ryan says, "Tony, Zach won't be on the New York Jets after this year." Like, what are we going with right
I think
now?
he's just
Like,
trolling.
what? Honestly,
He's
one
just
day you're
trolling.
happy about it, next day you're not.
But I mean, come on, all of us Jets fans are out of our minds at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
No,
it's
literally
been years
losing
and
it,
years
dude.
of torment,
Losing it.
tormenting. I don't even know
Tormenting.
what I think anymore, to be
Oh,
honest.
dude. I mean, it was like what, 2008
Mhm.
was like the last good year,
Well, I
or
mean,
2011,
I guess the last time they made the playoffs was 2010.
10, and then
Yeah.
like 2011.
15 was a fun year, though. I know they blew it at the end,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was fun. I
Sure.
really enjoyed
with
watching that team.
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
Fitzmagic.
yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Matt Gabriel says baseball season with a smiley face. Matthew Gabriel again with the look at yous again, dude.
Look at you.
Look at you. Says, wow, Tanaka 2, Matsui Tanaka combo. Wow, love that.
Combo Mambo.
Doesn't
That's always one
matter,
of
dude.
Matt's. You've heard a Combo Mambo from Matt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the deep dish combo mambo. Yeah. So funny, dude. Matt Ryan says Mets suck. Tony won't get him. I think maybe he wanted to say Tony sucks. Mets won't get him.
I think.
Right? Because it should be Mets suck. Tony won't get him.
No, Mets suck. Tony won't get him.
Yeah, but see, you got to use some punctuation,
Yeah,
Matthew.
you're right.
You know
you're
what?
right.
Come back tomorrow, Matt, and then try again.
What are you,
Uh,
grammar
for the
Nazi?
Saturday.
For the Saturday show, of course. Yeah. And then Matthew Gabriel says,
Sunday
good point,
show,
Tony,
Sunday
but
show.
I agree with Barnes about obviously Yamamoto. And then Josh B in the house, dude. What's up? Let's go. The travel to LI has started. I
The
imagine
Cake
for the
Christmas
Christmas
show,
your mom's house.
So obviously,
Gentleman
all
Jack.
of the fellow company members, we
Yeah.
hope everybody has a safe travel there and has a great night with Don, Michael, and Peter. And I know Rick DiPietro, Tony, is going to be in the house. That's why he called in.
Sebastian Jager.
I know I did hear that. Also, did you see that the Rick and Dave, like their show, like I guess had like technical issues this morning?
Yes.
What was that? Were you watching or listening?
I wasn't,
No.
but I did see that.
I saw it on
guess
Twitter.
It just wasn't
Yeah.
on, and then everybody's in the group chat is talking about, with them switching to 1050, what's going on, and just all of that stuff, which is interesting. But
Yeah.
I mean, they'll figure it out.
I mean, listen, I mean, there's always always gonna be like a technical issue, like at some point,
Yeah.
like at any level, like shit
Right.
just hits the fan. So,
right, exactly.
anyway, we also have Matthew was saying Mr. Phillips get divorced.
The divorce.
Matthew Ryan again with no punctuations. Mets are, and then a spelling error. The Mets are S joke compared to Yankees. Again, come back tomorrow. New York is a Yankee
Let's
town.
go, Matthew Ryan.
He's
on the
from New
ball.
Jersey, this
On
guy.
He
the
is.
He doesn't
ball
know
this morning.
shit. New York, you fucking moron. Matthew Gabriel says it's crazy to think about how bad the baseball season was last year for New York. Like, wow, literally brutal. Tiny signing today, I think. Wonder where Toronto. We talked about that. Hopefully not, though. He says, but to see him stay out west, I feel like Dodgers or Angels is what they're saying. And he says, "What up, hashtag company Josh? The Sox suck." He says, "I love it."
To see
And then
it.
the chairman, baby.
Let's go.
Right, dude. Yachty. Good morning, dudes. It's Football Friday, Football Frenzy Friday. Jay in the building. Oh, shit. No shades on, though. He says,
What's
whoa,
up
what's
with
up,
that?
Let's get this mix in.
Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Oh, Brian. Only Brian can say I forgot about that. He goes, let's go those picks in, dude, for the company. We'll talk about it. Rep company, Rep DDV. And then Josh Beats says, Matty G. with the strong arm salute. Matt Gabriel back in the house. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's Toronto, but I just saw he was out there, dude. I think Matt Gabriel was pretty out there, dude. Josh B says, Jay. And then again, he says, look at you. Matt Gabriel back in the house. Dodge. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Wait, hold on. We did that already.
What's up,
Sorry.
Josh?
Matt Ryan with the baseball. Oh, that Matt Ryan. No,
Where's
sorry.
Kev
Matt
Dew?
Gabriel. Is okay.
Kev Dew?
So my 10-page
Where's the
art
flan?
paper today. LOL. Checking in a bit. He says, see you later. Ha ha ha. Yanni. And then Kev Dew says, Jay Bird. What's good? Mexican flan, dude. Everyone loves Jay Bird, dude.
Cracking into that.
Kev Dew says the Yankees can kick rocks,
Well,
dude.
hey, Kev, the Mets can kick rocks, okay?
Matt Ryan says, I Kev Dew, Yankees of 27 World Series. What a fucking cop
Let's
out.
go.
Bad take. Lazy
go.
take.
Let's go.
That is
Such a
some
lazy
pussy
take.
shit, dude. 27 World Series. They suck.
Stop living in the past,
Honestly, dude. Grow up. And then Kev Dew says, Matty, what's good? And then Matt Gabriel, back in here. He's not doing his 10-page
Do
paper.
your paper,
You do your
Matt.
fucking paper on the art, dude. Go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, write a paper. And then Chairman says, I think he knows that, Matt.
Write a paper, Matthew.
Bernie can kickstart rocks as well. Bernie's not even here to defend himself, Kev Dew. And then Matthew Gabriel says, you and the Mets can hold hands and kick rocks together. Whoa, dude.
Damn.
The paper is tough.
What are you writing about?
Probably transcendentalism, if I had to guess.
That sounds.
Why transcendentalism?
I mean, it was pretty prominent during the Enlightenment era. You know, a lot of French
Error?
and Italian
wait,
era.
A throwing error.
A throwing
By
error.
Lindor?
Dude, just give me the baseball, dude.
I really can't, though. Come on, man. Come on.
And then Matthew Ryan, by the way, says Mets suck so bad they are the Jets of the MLB. Nah. I think really I think really I think really the Angels are more like the Jets of the MLB.
No,
Yes.
10
stop
playoff
it.
appearances, franchise history. Stop.
So the Angels?
No, the Mets.
How many the Angels had?
I don't know, but like they're not a big market.
Oh.
And they never won a World Series when they were the California Angels. They
The Anaheim.
did. Didn't Reggie win one with them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but the Mets also have won
Reginald, the
World
Yankee
Series.
influence.
And then Matthew Gabriel says 3 artworks I have to write about and talk about all of the elements of each art in all 3 of them. And he
Wow.
goes, kill me now. He goes, okay, gotta go, boys. Love you. Great show. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh, the other side
of the paper. 2.5 pages per artwork, Matthew.
Matthew.
Really?
No, you know what I was going to ask you, Tony? Because you know how I am.
3
I
pages
just
per
can't
artwork.
help myself. There's no
3
ill
1/4, 3
will, but
1/3.
I just, me with the Mets. Were you ever like the way that I am with like the Yankees? Like meaning
What do you
like,
mean,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm like
A fanatic.
It's just like I don't want to hear it about the Mets type of thing. Like, were you ever that tight, or is it fall into you like the New York thing? You're not gonna get that tight type of deal, or no?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess sometimes I got sick of it, but I mean, I don't know. I grew up. Everyone and their fucking mothers are Yankees fans.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
like growing up at school, were you pissed like when people kept talking about it, or no?
Oh my God.
I mean, I wouldn't really let it get to me that much. I mean,
I'd be
sometimes,
pissed.
I mean, there'd be so many. I mean, especially Yankee fans are probably the most obnoxious fan base
Sword-
ever.
But
Sorry,
not.
Giants
Stop. Come on,
Giants fans
knowing
are
me,
worse,
how
dude.
could you?
No. 27 World Series.
Yeah.
But
Like,
we're
that's
not. But the only
but
thing with
that's-
that, in all seriousness, though, it's like that's a fact. Like we're not allowed to say a fact, just like the 10 playoff appearances.
But that's like the only
right.
argument
But
they ever had.
that's it exactly. It's
only
all,
argument. And that's a pretty good argument.
It's all
Yeah, I
anyone
know,
ever
but-
said. 27 World Series, historic franchise, Babe Ruth, Gary.
But what about though? Like, I mean, right now would be a good time for the consistent jacking soundbite. But it just, what about the consistency, Tony? I mean, I feel like that's unparalleled across all major
The
sports.
consistent jacking.
I mean, I think a lot of teams, especially in baseball, if their god awful, so embarrassing, gut wrenching season was 82 and 80, I mean, I think a lot of teams would sign up for that in 30 years, not over a couple year period.
Right.
So
No,
I'm saying, I
it
think
is-
there is something to be said about that.
No, of course that is great, but that doesn't really change the way Yankee fans act sometimes.
But you really think I act that?
I didn't say you at all.
yeah,
I'm talking about people I grew up with.
Yeah,
like, on
exactly.
Staten Island.
Well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that was a different time. Now, you know,
It was
we're a little
a
beaten
different
down,
time.
but I do
Jeter
feel like
and A-Rod,
I do rise above though, because a lot of my fellow Yankee fans have become very negative, and I know that's changed obviously with this Soto move here, and I think with the subsequent moves coming. But yeah, I mean, and like I think you agree with me, Tony. Like with your teams, obviously you have certain things. Yeah, it's beat, but you must get annoyed too with like fellow Mets fans or even with the Rangers at times when people are over negative, even though there's stuff to be annoyed about. But like, it's no shot, it's such a disaster. Like, isn't that so annoying?
It is so annoying, and I honestly see that a lot with Rangers fans. Honestly, wow, Mets fans, you know, it's kind of somewhat like I grew up around that. You know, Rangers fans wasn't as much so, but even like this season, they're just like people are just finding ways to be like, oh, this is so bad, this is terrible, this is not going to work. Glad it's the same problem.
Yeah, like
I don't know, dude, but for the most part, I mean, you know, obviously the Mets again, like overshadowed by the Yankees. Certainly, every season I've ever lived. So I guess the expectations were always a little bit lower, obviously, and then of course the Yankees. I mean, like Jay said, you know, I feel like almost every year for Yankees fans, it's like World Series or bust. You know, so the expectations are already so high and so set, and there's so much more of a limelight, you know, around the Yankees. Obviously, again, like now more so, it's definitely shifting. You know, that there's certainly more coverage of the Mets given the fact of Cohen, the moves they're making, especially in the last few seasons. Honestly, ever since probably like around, you know, probably 2015 is when it started to pick up in terms of expectations, and then obviously consequently embarrassments, sadness, underwhelming seasons.
Wow, it sounds like the Jets.
But yeah, no, honestly, dude. But yeah, I guess to answer your question, I mean, yeah, sometimes it would get to me, the Yankee fans. Certainly.
How bad did the Soto news bother you?
No, it didn't. I feel like that was
you just knew it was coming.
Yeah, it was coming. I knew it was coming, dude. Honestly, the worst thing about Yankees fans, I'll tell you right now, is that like even if it doesn't even it has anything to do with anything we're talking about, it's like, oh well, at least one of the Mets. You know, like that's always well, the Mets are doing so bad. It's like, dude, we're not even talking about that. Like,
but
like, why is that even a comeback? Like, that's so weak. That's like 27 World Series.
They're like the little brother.
Yeah, it's like, what does that even mean?
And me and Kev, I think, are gonna have a wager. He says the Mets will win a World Series before the Yankees do. Kev, I will back up the Brinks truck if that happens, and I expect you to.
How much you want? How much?
Everything I have. Shirt on my back, Tony.
If you could put a dollar value on all of your belongings, what is your net? Yeah, your net worth here.
I would say
1.2, 1.4 million. 1.4 million.
Solid 1.4.
Solid 1.4.
I'm just kind of curious though, Tony. When you first met me though, did you think that I was like the way I was like about the Mets just because I was like giving you a hard time, or did you just figured it was like the typical Yankee banter? Like,
I don't know. I mean, in my experience, I feel like a lot of Yankee fans from Connecticut don't really bother with the Mets because they're just Yankee fans, you know? So I kind of thought, just for the banter, you know? Yeah, definitely.
And I think what it was is because it was right around when Cohen took over, and there was just I would always listen to the fan back then. Now I listen to more 98.7. And it was just all about them, and it was just so like annoying. And I think it was just kind of tough for me. Last year was different, obviously, because of the start they got off to. But yeah, I mean, it's just it is very interesting stuff, and you know, we're gonna have to see what happens. But I just can't wait to see where Ohtani goes, where Yamamoto goes. So if we get any breaking news, we'll definitely give it to you guys.
Glowing,
but what do you think? Lonnie means, well, Barnes, there's a recorded, sir.
Probably because of the bet, the Brinks trucks, dude.
Shinnecock. I'm not worried about that one at all. I'll tell you that much.
Really, dude?
No,
I don't care if he climbs Mount Everest.
Honestly, Kev can climb Mount Everest twice, and I still don't care.
That'd be pretty impressive if he does.
Yeah, it would. It would. But honestly, I think it is only right. It is Friday. Let's go to the world of the National Football League.
Watch Jefferson climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Mika Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners Fires twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. So I have to say, probably the first time in my entire life last night that I was happy to see a Patriots victory, 21-18. So obviously hurting that old draft stock, Jay. And I know you like to see it too. But the Patriots edging out the Steelers here, hanging on, going to the half, up 21-10, being shut out in the second half, but holding on. Bailey Zappi getting that win as a starter, 240, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Ezekiel Elliott operating as a bell cow. Patriots didn't have any other running back with a carry. Stevenson obviously out, maybe out for the season. Zeke hung in there, had some tough runs, only averaged 3.1 yards a carry, but 22 totes for 68 yards. And he also caught 7 passes for 72 yards out of the backfield. He had the first touchdown of the game. Hunter Henry had 2 touchdowns
on his birthday.
And Smith-Schuster, in a kind of a revenge game, returned to, I know it's not called Heinz Field, but what the hell is it called actually? Not
Allegiant Park.
I'm gonna pull it up here, but it's one of those things, like it's like the crypto.com. Like why do we?
Yeah, they changed it.
It's called.
I still call it
Creature. Do we know what that means? Is that guessing that's some like healthcare thing? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you, man.
But so in the revenge spot, he has a big game. And obviously in this one, the Steelers struggled because they have Mitch Trubisky. And I know there was a lot of complaints, about Kenny Pickett, but with Trubisky, it's like, look at you now, as Matthew would say.
Yeah, oh man.
Really just terrible performance here. Only averaged 5.4 yards an attempt. 190, 13 incompletions, touchdown and a pick, sacked twice, also had a rushing touchdown. But on the ground, the Steelers bottled up 2.9 yards per carry. Deontay Johnson with a receiving touchdown was their leading receiver. And for Cody Brown's sake, both of those reception bets he put out there, I didn't parlay it. I just took Freiermuth, but hitting again, 3 catches, 18 yards, over 2.5. And then Zeke easily hitting it with the over 2.5 with 7. Isn't it amazing with him though, Brown? I mean, I just feel like, how does he do it?
Dude, he has those. You ever seen him like do the data breakdowns?
Yes, but I don't have like the patience to run through it.
Yeah, I run through them, and it's very impressive the way he breaks it all down. He like just kind of like looks like he has like a formula for each box, and he just kind of like inputs their weekly numbers, and it just kind of like equates to that he gets targeted this amount of times, this percentage of time in the red zone. Like that's why I took Ezekiel Elliott anytime touchdown scorer, because of him.
Oh, okay.
It said like he gets targeted like 43% in the red zone, and it's just it's a great breakdown. For those who don't know Cody Brown, go follow him on Twitter.
Great follow. Definitely a great follow. Now looking at this for the Steelers, I mean, we know that they're without Kenny Pickett. He left the previous game with an injury, but back-to-back weeks, they've lost to 2-10 teams at home. Obviously that's not good. No. And then you have a Colts team that they're going to travel to next week that's vying for that wild card. Same wild card they are. Looks like that's a Saturday game, I think. Next Saturday, which is kind of interesting.
That is weird.
And then they play the Bengals, the Seahawks, and the Ravens. I mean, all of a sudden, the Steelers have a little work to do to keep that winning streak alive in terms of winning seasons under Mike Tomlin. They
got to do something about the quarterback.
And it's amazing, though, because it's like you didn't think that they could be worse than they were with Pickett, but I think with Trubisky, they are.
They really are. Mitch, like people, they were booing him in the first quarter, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they kept him in the second half.
But Mitch Trubisky was Zach Wilson before Zach Wilson.
Very true.
Second overall pick. They even traded capital up for him.
Yeah.
And I think that was the year Mahomes was drafted.
I think so.
You have Mitch being taken over him.
He was like, didn't he get an award like the Nick Award? He got like MVP or something like that.
MVP,
like Nickelodeon's most valuable player.
The only thing with him though is, I mean, if you don't have that double doink, with the Eagles there. First of all, the Eagles don't win their first Super Bowl in franchise history, but then he would have won a playoff game. And then maybe things are different.
Story,
maybe
dude.
Cody Parkey
Different
doesn't need to go on Good Morning America, Tony, to talk about how he chunked the field goal and then he was basically ousted from the league after that. Do you remember the double doink?
Yes, vaguely.
It was like a 30-something yard.
Yeah.
Really?
It was odd.
Yeah.
Oh,
The double doink hit the side and then hit the bottom crossbar. It was
I
crazy.
feel like those playoff moments just stick out. When you think about teams in parole.
there we go, baby.
Wow.
MVP.
Patrick Mahomes 0.
Mitch
Trubisky 1.
What a comparison.
Right?
CJ Stroud. Or who's that?
It was Deshaun Watson back.
Oh,
then.
Deshaun Watson 0. Yeah. Show me another quarterback that's got an MVP, huh?
Not any.
Zach's not on there?
No, bro. But how about Bailey Zappi though? You think he's like
please
solidified a spot on the Patriots?
Maybe they'll think about him as a backup.
Oh, Gardner Minshew got one.
Oh, nice. Thank God.
I don't understand.
He deserves
but
it.
Why with 2
Okay, Stroud
touchdowns?
got one.
I don't get that. Yeah, I just.
Will Levis.
But that's not. I'm thinking that was like least valuable player. That's not what it is. It's just
No, it's Nickelodeon's most valuable player.
Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God, the gimmicks, Tony. The gimmicks.
You don't remember
Look at Baker.
You don't remember that game where they had like a Nickelodeon?
Yes, no, I do remember, of course.
And they had like SpongeBob up in the
Mhm.
uprights.
Mhm.
Isn't this the TikTok girl from Connecticut?
Oh,
That-
D'Amelio.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, I think
Wow. Interesting.
Dude, so irrelevant now.
I just didn't know.
Oh, I saw her parents walking by in Sono one time.
Really?
Yeah, they looked kind of like uppity and like really fucking Fairfield, like Westport.
kick 'em in the
uppity.
nuts?
Yeah. I really
Carm
wanted to beat the shit out
knows
of
her
them.
dad, actually.
Oh, really? Nice
And,
people or no?
It seems, yeah. I think
Yeah.
just through like mutual friends, you just
Yeah.
met him.
I don't know, man.
No, it's one of those things, Tony. It's like a Taylor Swift situation for me, though.
Mhm.
Like, it is annoying. Like, what the hell? Like, she's just like bopping around to some music, and all of a sudden she's a millionaire, and then is on Dancing with the Stars and stuff. And it's like, come on, like.
Yeah, get a grip.
But at the same time, I mean, I guess she worked hard for it, right? I mean, you gotta give her that. No,
Yeah,
what?
I mean, she
No.
went out there, dude. I guess
She put herself out there. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
and I think she's like 20 years old.
What's your name?
Charlie D'Amelio.
She has like a sister.
really?
Yeah. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie, what are you doing on TikTok?
How
Dancing?
the hell? How do you? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. The first time I ever saw her
20?
was she's from
Or
Norwalk.
19?
She's 19. Oh my god,
Holy.
dude.
That's
Oh shit!
crazy.
That means she was
That's-
like 16 when she got famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Look up
If-
Dixie. Look up Dixie, her sister.
Dixie D'Amelio.
I think she's the older
here we
one.
go. Siblings.
How old's she?
Oh yeah, maybe that's who I'm thinking of. She's
23
22.
or 22.
Okay.
She's probably the one that I saw with Jokic.
And actually,
Wait, they were like hanging out.
They did some TikTok dance thing together.
Oh,
Sam's brother actually went to school with her. Like,
Oh, no way.
I don't think he was friends with her, but they were in school at the same time.
look up Sam's brother. Pull him up.
This was the really bad TikTok, by the way, I was talking about.
Oh, dude, that's
Oh, okay, come on. All right, Tony. I think it is time.
I mean, that's
for
Jokic,
the
dude. That is Jokic, dude. That's your MVP, dude.
frenzy. That sounded weird.
There we go.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Tony. Week
Week
14.
14. Wouldn't you know it, baby? We're starting off hot and heavy, baby. As at 1 o'clock, the first game of the day, CBS over in beautiful East Rutherford, New Jersey. You have your New York Jets hosting the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud, quarterback of the year, potential MVP, second overall pick, maybe, right? Or was he first? Second overall pick. Just like the starter for the Jets, Zach Wilson, dude.
revenge game.
We got the over-under set at 33.5, almost as low as last time, but we know what happens. Houston here on the road, minus 3.5.
Mhm.
What is the line for Zach Wilson?
You know, it's a shame, Jay. We're so beaten down. Normally,
Yeah.
this would be like we would do the chant.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
feel like that's the life that's been
No.
sucked out of me.
No.
But-
They don't deserve a chant.
They don't deserve a chant. And really, I mean, let's be real.
Mhm.
It's beneficial for them to lose the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And get a higher pick. I know you want to create a winning culture, but Salah, I'm just enough with. I think he's. In all seriousness, I think he's as embarrassing as Aaron Boone is.
Yeah.
I really.
But I mean, the
do
coach.
believe
I
that.
think the coaching staff let us down just as much as the team did this year.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely,
And this, for me, reminds me of the game last night I told you guys the Pats were going to take it. It didn't make sense. And we were talking about this before the show.
Yeah.
I think the Jets are going to take this just
Doesn't make
because
sense.
of that. You've lost 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
I get it. And obviously, CJ Stroud's exciting. Tank Dell out for the season. That's a big loss. And let's see the defense step up.
Yeah, step up. Maybe get some picks,
Of course, Zach being back, I know this isn't the quack moment, the 350, the 4 touchdowns. That's not happening. But I think an elite defensive performance, a pick 6 by DJ Reed, who I guess did a spot with Dave earlier this morning.
Oh, yeah. He
but
said Rodgers don't start.
I'm going to say Jets.
Yeah.
14-10. So Jets and the under.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Like that, Brian. Zach Wilson really needs to just be a serviceable quarterback. You know, no interceptions. Just kind of like get the offense down the field and give it to Bryce Hall and Dalvin Cook, who seems to have woken up in the tail end of their season here. So yeah, Jets 17, Texans 10.
Absolutely love it, boys. Let's go. Moving on here. It's obviously still in the 1 o'clock time slot here. Still on CBS. You have your Atlanta Falcons coming off a hot win last week, dude. They're hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's Baker. Also coming off a hot win, I believe, last week. They're 2-4 on the road. Falcons 4-2 at home. A little oppo there. As I mentioned, we are in Atlanta. Atlanta is minus 2.5. Over set at 40.5 points. What do we think about Baker and the boys?
Baker and the boys on the road, controlled environment, the dome. I know the Falcons, yes, they beat the Jets last week, but that was an atrocious performance. And Desmond Ritter falls in line with the Mitch Trubisky's. I don't need to go on. The Kenny Pickett's. He's incompetent. And Bijan Robinson, I think he's going to be really good, but he hasn't burst onto the scene.
No.
I think like many of us expected. But I just feel good about Baker throwing the ball down the field. Mike Evans, another 1,000-yard receiving season. I believe it's 10th. Is it his 10th?
In a row.
I believe
something
so.
Like that.
10th to start the career. I think Jerry Rice has a record of 14. So I just like Baker in the passing game. Maybe they get Rachaad White going. It seems like when there's blocks laid down, he gets the job done. A win here. The Bucs are right in it there for this NFC South race. So I'm going to say the Bucs over the Falcons here. We're going to go 20-10.
Love it.
I love it, Brian. Yeah, no, I'm definitely taking the Bucs here. I think Mike Evans is going to have another TD this game. Baker Mayfield's really going to light it up. And the Falcons, they have a great team. They have some great talent. But, like, last week against the Jets, they did not look very good. And the mother effing refs.
Fucking refs, dude.
The fucking refs, dude. So hopefully the refs aren't a very big factor in this week's games. But give me the Bucs 24-20. I'm taking that over.
Go, baby. Hit the over. Life is short. Here we go. Moving over now to FOX with the NFL. The Lions are going into Chicago, who are 5-1 on the road, by the way. The Lions, that is. At Soldier Field, the Bears are underdogs, actually. Detroit here, -3. Over-under set at 42.5. The Lions, obviously, Goff is looking good, keeping it clean. Over 3,200 yards through the air so far this season. What do we think the Bears can do against them, dude?
I think the Bears can win. They almost beat them the last time they played in Detroit. Took a furious comeback by the Lions in the fourth quarter. And this Lions team, let's face it, they have not been trending in the right direction. A lot of inconsistent performances. And I love the way Justin Fields has looked since he came back from injury. His rapport with DJ Moore. No, I did not mean to rhyme there. But I think this is another Cody Brown bet here with the Moore, the receptions. He's locked in.
Oh, yeah.
I can see Cole Kmet getting involved in the impressive rookie Rashad Johnson. This is going to be a surprise here, but we're going to say this Bears also defense has played better last couple of weeks. Bears here, we're going to say 21-14 over the Lions.
Wow. I think the Lions defense is looking pretty shitty, honestly. And that Justin Fields, I agree with you. Justin Fields looking really good. He's like making the smart
Imagine
play.
if we drafted him.
I know. What if? But yeah, he's looking really good. He's making smart plays. He's not like taking a lot of big like losses, not throwing interceptions. And you're right, Jared Goff's on a downtrend. So give me the Bears here. I feel like it's an over game. 30-28.
Wow, dude, what a score. 2
Yeah,
points. What a game. What a life. What a J. Moving on to our next game here. We are over in Cincinnati, Ohio here.
Ooh.
Battle for the wild card, actually, really, for the AFC over here. As the Colts take on the Bengals. Gardner Minshew. I know where Brian's going to go with this, but Cincinnati at home, -2, 43.5. So far, our highest over-under set so far. What do we think about the Bengals?
It
Browning
goes again, Tony, with the opposite of what you think here. All the hype, what they did on Monday Night Football. No one saw them beating Jacksonville. Oh, Browning, look at all those completions. The Colts, without Jonathan Taylor, on the road in Cincinnati. It's only 2. Oh, that's a lock to cover. How many people are saying that out there? And how many people are going to lose their shirt? The Colts are going to win this one. We're going to say 24-13.
I got a lot of hope in Jake Browning. He's my fantasy quarterback.
Baby.
Picked him up after Trevor Lawrence got hurt. So I want the Bengals here, man. I just think the Bengals have too much talent to be wasting it against the Colts here. Give me the Bengals. It's going to be the under 20-17.
Let's go, baby. That's the story of the season, I believe, in fantasy. Picking up Browning because Trevor Lawrence is hurt. Heard that a million times this past week. Speaking of Trevor Lawrence, our next game, the Jags are marching into the Cleveland Browns Stadium. Still in Ohio. Ohio's got a big doubleheader of football. Wow, dude. Cleveland hosting the Jags, as I said. Cleveland at -3, 32.5 is the over-under. Jags, you would imagine Trevor Lawrence out for this game, being rested for the next upcoming game because it's just the Browns here. We don't know.
Maybe getting some screen passes, getting things going. Calvin Ridley, maybe some trickery with him. Amari Cooper hasn't really been involved in the Browns offense since Deshaun Watson went down. So I think the Jags, with the upset, coming off getting upset on Monday Night Football, I'm going to say they'll take this one 17-3. Joe Flacco, 3 picks.
Whoa.
Wow.
Can you call Joe Flacco backup quarterback? I know he is really a backup quarterback.
I think, what is he, the 3rd or 4th? Because DTR started.
That's true.
PJ Walker, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, he's the 4th quarterback to start a game for them.
That's crazy. This year alone.
And he was signed off the
Talk
street.
about a quarterback carousel. But yeah, no, I really do think the Jaguars are going to hold the Browns back. It's going to be tough for them. It's definitely going to be an under game. Give me 17-10.
Love it here. Let's go. Still in the
Jaguars,
1 o'clock time
Jaguars,
slot. Obviously, we
Jaguars.
knew what you meant by the Jaguars. Don't interrupt me, Jason, because the Panthers now are going to be in New Orleans, baby. Jay wasn't too far from there. Caesars Superdome. The Saints are taking on the Panthers. Saints -5 here at home. The Panthers still have yet to win a road game. 0-7. Brian looks disgusted right now that he's over this game. What do you think, Brian?
Well, it's crazy because Derek Carr sucks. I guess Bryce Young's played worse this year. I don't like backing Carr, but you can't count on the Panthers to do anything. I don't want to hear about the emotions, Tony, of the interim coach. Doesn't matter. I think the Saints defense wins them this game. Low scoring because they can't punch the ball in the end zone. I'm going to say 15 points, all field goals, 15-3.
What is
the
that?
under and take New Orleans.
Yeah, give me Nola, man. It's definitely going to be a dogfight. I'm hoping for big yards out of Taysom Hill, though. We'll see how he does. I hope he's like the jackknife of NFL. But yeah, give me the Saints 20, Panthers 10.
Wow, dude. All right, let's go. Next game here. We have your LA Rams going into Baltimore, baby. They go on the Ravens, who are 9-3 in the season. Very, very impressive season so far for the Ravens. I think people were starting to count them out, expecting, the second half breakdown. The Rams, though, coming into Baltimore, I believe, on a 3-game winning streak, who have improved their team to 500 at 6-6, 3-3 on the road, so 500 across the board here. Needless to say, Baltimore still favorites at -7.5, over set at 39.5 over there at M&T Bank Stadium. Let's go, Brian. What do you have to say?
All right. So, yeah, looking at this game, again, I think people will be excited. Oh, Stafford, 7 touchdowns the last 2 weeks. Things are heating up. He's going to get Kupp more involved. We know about Nakua. But I think this is going to revert back to the way that Stafford was playing earlier this year. The Ravens defense at home, I think they're going to have 2 pick sixes of Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are going to get shut out here on the road 24-0.
It's going to be a bloodbath. The Ravens are like one of the few teams in this league that are like a complete team, like the offense seems to be firing on all cylinders, and the defense has always been good on the Baltimore Ravens. 2 touchdown day for Lamar Jackson. Give me 42-15.
Interesting.
Scoregami?
Scoregami?
Could be. But potentially also won't be. So it doesn't really matter. Because the next game here, we have a great game coming in as the Minnesota Vikings are going to Las Vegas to take on your Raiders, baby. Both teams on a 2-game losing streak, I believe, last time I checked. The Vikings at 6-6, along with like 5 other teams over there in the NFC at 6-6. Kind of ridiculous. They're fighting for a lot here. Last spot in the playoffs, especially a wild card, whatever. Raiders here at 5-7, I think, are 13th in the AFC. They're kind of on the outs here. But what do you think about the Vikings? Do they have much to play for? By the way, this is a 4 or 5 game midday. Let's go FOX, dude.
Give me the better coach, the better team, the better quarterback. And I understand, yes, last time we saw Dobbs, it was not pretty. But this Raiders defense, sorry, Kev, they suck. The whole team sucks. I would have liked to see how they would have looked. And I know he didn't play well in the early going, but if they had brought Garoppolo back, or kept Garoppolo in there once they went to Antonio Pierce. But Aiden O'Connell, I just don't think he's ready. They're wasting Devontae Adams. I think he's going to get traded to the Jets in the offseason. Josh Jacobs, a nice game last week. But I think against this Vikings defense will struggle. And Justin Jefferson, Tony, making his return to the field from that injured reserve hamstring injury. So I'm going to say the Vikings put up points, get Madison going in the run game, and embarrass the Raiders here 28-7.
I'm sorry, I'm reading comments. I shouldn't be doing that.
No, you should. That's your fucking job, dude. Stay in your lane.
Vikings are going to win this one. I just think the Pasternak's going to come out with another crazy game against the Raiders.
David Pasternak?
The Pasternak.
That was
Pasternak.
You said David Pasternak.
I said Pasternak. You know who I'm talking about. What's his face? What's his name?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the quarterback for the Vikings.
Dobbs?
Yeah, Dobbs.
Who, Dobbs?
Yeah.
No, but how about Kev goes, put respect on the Raiders' name. They have more wins than the Jets.
They do.
Why, whenever you attack someone's team, they always go to your team? We're not talking about that. The Jets suck, Kev.
I mean, that's classic Yankee mentality.
No. That's not Take Johnny. That's not Take Johnny.
Vikings 28, Raiders 20.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's go to our next game here. Pretty intense game we have coming on here. The Seattle Seahawks are going to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, Brian. Take on the 49ers.
Sounded like Mad Dog there. Was that intentionally? Or?
No, I was just kind of doing my
Santa
thing.
Clara!
Santa Clara, Brian. Niners here who are 4-1 at home. Obviously, the Niners, one of the top teams in the league. And the Seahawks, as I mentioned, one of those 6-6 teams battling for the playoffs there in the NFC. Pete Carroll and Geno Smith need the best to show up this weekend at 4:05 on FOX. What do you guys think, though?
Jeez, I mean, the Seahawks need a win in the
It's
worst
tough.
way, but I think they could score, but they're not going to be able to finish. But I think a Cody Brown parlay here might be teasing the Niners with the, or actually no, teasing the Seahawks with the spread.
Whoa,
and
11
teasing
points
the over. So you'd get 18 points with the Seahawks, and then the total would only be 39.5. So I like that. But I think the Niners here will pull away. But like I said, lots of points.
Yeah.
But we're going to say the Niners here narrowly covering that 11, or not covering the 11, winning this game 31-21.
Yeah, we saw when the Seahawks played the Cowboys last Thursday that they can keep up with the good teams. They just can't
DK
close.
Metcalf is an animal.
They have the players. They just can't close it out. But yeah, it's gonna be a shootout, man. There's gonna be I think this is gonna be one of those games where they don't punt, like last Thursday.
And
It has the pedigree to do that.
and Purdy, first Mr. Irrelevant MVP, maybe?
Maybe.
If he finishes the season strong?
Maybe, even though I think Tyreek Hill should win the MVP. But give me the 49ers here, 32-28.
I don't think Brian would appreciate that Tyreek Hill comment, dude.
Why?
I don't know. Look at him.
No, I'm not. I love Tyreek Hill, honestly. Even though he's not a division rival,
Yeah.
even though he kind of spurned us.
Right.
He did. He did.
Maybe he would have saved Zach Wilson's career, or you don't think so?
Yeah.
No. No.
I actually extended a little more from you there, Jack.
Wow,
no, I
dude.
really
Yeah, I think
don't.
he's a
I
total
really
piece of
don't.
shit, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Brian.
He would have came to the Jets. He would have had Zach Wilson as
You would have
quarterback.
punched him. You would
And then he would have
have
been like, "This kid sucks. I'm not
Yeah.
getting the ball." So yeah,
All
that's
right.
But he said he's
All
a
right.
dog. Remember, he said he was
He's a dog. He's a dog.
He's a
That's
dog.
where
Yeah.
Mike came from.
Yeah. Oh,
He's a
God,
dog.
dude. All right, moving on here. Bills versus Chiefs, baby. 425. Don't put the remote down after the Seahawks-Seattle game,
Love the 4-5
Seattle
window.
49ers game, whatever. It doesn't matter. The Chiefs taking on the Bills here at Arrowhead. Kansas City at -1. Over under at 49.5. The Bills have come a long way since week 1, but they still are 6-6 in the season, 1-4 on the road. Not doing great in the standings. The Chiefs obviously are chilling at 8-4 here. What do we expect? Allen, who has 13 interceptions on this season, has to be around the league leader.
Oh my God.
What do we think here, boys?
I think after this one, he's going to have 15 interceptions, Tony. And we did like the way they looked in that Philadelphia game. I don't like the vibe around the team with the whole McDermott situation. Also, Chiefs coming off a disappointing loss in primetime at Lambeau.
They're gonna be pissed.
The receivers have done no justice to Patrick Mahomes, but I think he finally gets it on track. I think it's been like 6 weeks since he's thrown for 300 yards.
Correct.
He does it in this game. Kelsey, to Tony's dismay, 170 and 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Mahomes, 340 and 5 touchdowns. And the Chiefs rout the Bills.
Yeah.
35-21.
This is going to be an ugly game. Isaiah Pacheco is going to be running angrier than he's ever run before.
Love Pacheco.
You're going to run over everybody on the freaking Bills defense. It's going to be a bloodbath. 28-10. Chiefs.
Great job, guys. Couldn't agree more. Moving on, though, because we have a couple more great games here sticking in that 425 time slot. We have the Denver Broncos riding into SoFi Stadium, taking on the Chargers. Both teams kind of reaching for the wild card here. Broncos at 6-6, Chargers right behind them at 5-7. Chargers trying to look to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. But do the Broncos, does Sean Payton and Russ Wilson have things to say about that, Brian? What do you think?
Yeah, I just think somehow, some way, the Chargers will charger, kind of like how Josh B says the Jets will jet. I think this is going to be close, but I think they will fumble it away in the closing seconds, kind of like how Russ with the interception last week to lose that game. But I think they come back with a vengeance here and narrowly defeat the Chargers here, just going over 24-20.
Yeah, no, it's going to be, I think this is a bounce back game for the Chargers. Like they come off like a 6-0 win against the Patriots, feeling a little slighted. So I think the Chargers are going to really, really give the Broncos a nice showing here. 21-18.
Absolutely
Chargers.
love it, dude. Let's go. It's 8:20, baby. We're going to a
man.
primetime game. NBC, your Cowboys, America's team at AT&T Stadium, are taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, baby. It's going to be the game of the night for sure. Eagles at 10-2, Cowboys at 9-3. Cowboys undefeated at home. Eagles just one road loss so far this season. Where was it, Brian?
It was in MetLife Stadium.
Wow, dude. Dallas here, our favorites at home, -3.5. Over-under is 51.5. The highest over-under set for week 13, dude. What do we think, boys, here?
All right. So a lot of the sharps are saying, oh, Philly, they got smacked around last week by the Niners. The Cowboys have been on fire. They're out for a vengeance, and I think that they're misreading the situation. The Eagles had some close victories. The Niners all year were looking forward to that game after getting embarrassed in the NFC Championship game last season. That's all that is. And I think the Cowboys, every time we see them playing a team of their magnitude or even better, are going to figure out a way to lose the game. So I know everything looks great right now, but I think it will be close. But the Eagles are going to win this game. There are going to be points, but they are going to win here 38-31.
Oh, wow. Lots of points. Yeah, no, like you said, like the last week, the Cowboys beat the first team with a winning record, right?
Well,
all season.
And then the Seahawks went to 6-6. So
yeah. So
I don't know.
Technically not a winning record.
Yeah.
So I think the Eagles are really going to come into Jerry World and really
They're coming
hard, dude. They're coming hard. They're going to beat up the Cowboys at home.
Beat them off.
32.
Yeah, come on, dude.
To 24.
Yes.
All right. So that is our Week 14 slate.
You get 2 Monday night games, dude.
2 Monday night games.
That's clutch.
So that's going to be interesting. Giants and Packers. Then what is the other one? Titans, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Titans, Dolphins.
But
Jeez.
Kev, so kind of interesting here. Kev did. Oh, and then he unsent it. Okay. All right. So I guess he had some picks, a backup, but I guess he's going to let us go first. And I completely forgot what he even had. So we're going to give him the picks now. Obviously, backs are so against the wall here, fellas. So we really need to put our heads together. We need 3-0. We need it right now. Tony, we've done a lot of chiming in here. Anything for you, sir, that pops off the page that is a winner?
I would say a surefire win. The Jets, dude. That's so funny. Dude. I mean, I mean, these are tough fucking games, dude. I would think that the Chiefs beating the Bills.
I like that one.
I like that one too.
Chiefs -1. All they have to do is win.
Yes, Tony.
Yes,
Let's
Tony,
do it. The
dude.
Chiefs bounce back.
Dope.
Yes, Tony. Yes. And they don't usually lose 2 games in a row. So I definitely agree with you there.
Risen Messiah. Dude.
And let's see. Are we thinking Baker in the Bucks, or do we want to put that aside?
Ooh.
Baker and the Bucks.
I like Baker and the Bucks.
I just think Atlanta sucks, dude.
Yeah, I don't know though. I can
16-13
feel
earlier in the year. Coup for the win, Tony. But
Coup is good.
Young Way
Cool. That passing game, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
But you're just saying stay away for now.
Yeah, I would just stay away from now. How do you feel about your boy Minshew?
I feel great.
Right?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I mean, they're dogs.
I mean, I
too.
picked the Bengals.
You picked the Bengals.
Okay.
Yeah, Jake Browning, dude.
Okay.
Jay has to have an outright pick too. I feel. Too,
All right. Actually,
Like,
you know what? Because I'll go last. You go, Jay.
Me?
Yeah. Pressure's on and
Me?
deliver, Jay. We're not going to contest it.
You got to
unless it's
deliver,
something
dude.
ridiculous, like the Panthers outright.
No. I would never.
Tight dog here.
Very tight dog.
I'm gonna go.
I kind of think we need to be bold.
I think we need to be bold too. Let's go Bears.
Bears, yes.
Wow.
Can we do Bears +3?
Bears +3?
Yes, we're doing the spreads.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Bears
Are you kidding?
+3. And
I'll see you at the stadium today, brother.
I guess Baker has passed Minshew in the hierarchy. Give me the Bucks. I believe it's +2, Tony, right?
Wow,
Yes,
dude.
+2.
Yes.
+2. So
2.5.
2.5.
Yes.
That's what it says on there? Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you have two?
No, I thought I did, but I think I was just getting confused with a different game.
Yeah, you probably would.
So yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
No, I just refreshed. It says 2.
really?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
That's odd. All right, +2.
it
So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite.
That half a point.
That half point. And Kev says Josh will send them in. So I will let you guys know once he sends them in. And then Yanni says Barnes over here begging the football pick gods for some winners. And I had it on a different sheet. I guess I had to pull up records.
Let's go, Josh. Head to head. We're down, dude. Let's go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, what's it
Tony,
looking like? What's the race
any
looking
way
like?
to access that? Oh, actually, I'm definitely Josh sent it to me, so I can easily access that. I just wanted to get the
Send what to you?
updated records instead of having to go back all the way in the other document.
Kev Dude says you guys are the Jets of making picks.
Oh, come on, Kev.
Come on,
I mean,
Kev.
we're
Give me a
not, definitely
break.
not doing good, dude.
No, we're not. But
Blowing.
yeah,
Blowing.
Literally.
Blowing.
yeah.
Blowing.
All right.
Blowing.
Stop it.
So
Jean Sebastian Jagur.
okay, so we are 15, 14, and 4, which is just weird to say, to be honest.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I don't know how we ended up with 4 ties on the spread. It's
Doesn't make any
insane.
sense at all, dude.
And then company here comes in at 22
But I'm coming for blood, Michael.
and 11. So needless to say, we need an 0-3 week. I mean, when was the last time they had a losing week?
Never.
I mean, come on. The field goal's no good. Wave it off, Tony.
Yeah.
So while we are awaiting that, Tony, let's get started on our heads up pick draft. By the way, you with a narrow lead here to start 4-3.
Very narrow.
What do we got?
What do you get when you make a pick? Let's see, dude. Gosh. I guess I'm gonna stick to my
Golly.
original pick of the Chiefs.
Okay.
Chiefs or the Bills. Why not,
Chiefs or
dude?
the Bills?
It's a surefire win, I feel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, how about not them Cowboys? Give me the Eagles here. What is it? Plus 3.5? Yeah. Eagles plus 3.5. Oh, god damn it.
Let's go. Give me the Jets, baby. Plus 3.5 against the Texans. Fuck CJ Stroud. He's a loser, dude. Okay.
He's so good.
He's a freshman loser.
He's a
All right.
freshman
I'm gonna stuff him in
loser.
a locker. Take his lunch money, dude. You don't even know where the class is. Shut up. Let's go, Zach Wilson. Bring him back in the house. Easy money here. Back up the Brinks trucks, wherever you want. Give me the Jets. I'm gonna say 27-10.
Side note, we do have breaking news. Tony's even disappointed. No, you thought it was some signing. It's not. The company picks are in.
What is that?
You thought Yamamoto was coming to the Yankees. Broncos plus 2.5. Giants plus 6.5. I don't know about that one. And the Browns minus 3. Wow. Any instant reaction there?
I mean, the Giants 6.5. That's
That's a stretch.
I mean,
and a half.
George, stretch and a
Jordan
half.
Love is
Dude.
balling.
Coming into his own. AJ
Yeah.
Brown, not AJ Brown.
AJ
Dillon. AJ
Tony.
Dillon
Aaron
running
Jones
downhill.
potentially returning.
Yes, dude. Let's go.
But
dude.
but also,
bang.
we do always think this, and then they always do kick our ass. But maybe this week is different. You know?
I think maybe they had some influence. Maybe Linekin was like, "Yo, bringing down the hammer," and was like, "Yo, we're picking the Giants."
Yeah,
this
the
week,"
Giants. No, and the one thing I'll say,
Tommy
and
Cutlets.
I
Tommy
get the
Cutlets,
mindset.
dude.
We did see the jersey swap the other day with Judge and Barkley, so they might be thinking some winning influence there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Maybe Barkley would break his toe.
but Browns minus 3. I mean, I know it's Beathard, Tony, but right? I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable with Joe Flacco winning that one. No.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just toss up that game, though. I don't know, dude. What do you think, Jay? You think that's a surefire loss right there?
Oh, I think so, dude.
Really? You
It better
bet
be.
against Flacco.
I'm betting against Flacco.
All right, let's go. Baby. You bet against
Okay,
Flacco.
so
Let's go.
back to our
Back to our
personals, Tony.
fucking Personals.
It's
It's personal.
it is personal. And sorry, Kev, but I am taking the Vikings here, laying the 3. It's just not their time. And the Raiders could use a higher draft pick.
They could.
There's always that, Kev.
That is for
They're
sure.
always
dude.
rebuilding,
Um,
just like the Jets.
I want to say next up, I'm gonna take the Lions minus 3 against the Bears.
Wait, what are these picks for?
This is just me and Brian personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Just because I know you guys were hot on the Bears, whatever.
You
But
just want to be different.
I mean,
Tony.
Goff,
It's
20,
like a Zach Wilson.
20
story.
touchdowns through the air. Is that leading the league? Maybe.
No.
Dak,
No, CJ Stroud has 20.
24.
Dak has 26.
Herbert is 20.
Purdy
Dak
has 23.
26.
Oh.
Dak has 26.
Dak has 26.
I heard you, Brian. I think top 8.
Okay,
Top
okay.
8 quarterbacks, Jared Goff, whatever, dude. Give me the Lions. I think Bears suck. Fuck off.
Sam Howell, 3,400.
I-
Who?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm doubling down here. Give me the Bucks +2.
Dang.
Evans can catch anything.
True.
It really is unbelievable. And honestly, just because I'm thinking offense, Tony, and I know at times they have struggled to score, but I think the Bucks have the best offense in that division because the Falcons' offense isn't any good. We know Derek Carr and his liabilities, and then I mean Bryce Young. I mean, come on, right?
Yeah,
somebody has to win that division, dude.
I mean, what are we
gonna be?
What are we talking about here?
What are we talking about here? Who's this freaking college basketball? Oh gosh.
Boy. But I think a good slate, a good 4:00 window.
Oh yeah,
obviously
man.
the big game while we're at the horseshoe. And then finishing up, I'm sure the Bills Chiefs. I would think that's going to be close for most of the game. Maybe Chiefs, like I said, pull away late.
Yeah.
But that should be a good one. Broncos Chargers. Broncos Chargers historically have always been very tight games.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's going to be an outstanding week 14.
Jay, you gonna be here for the horseshoe, or are you gonna be home by then?
I'll probably be leaving by then. I'm probably gonna leave after the 1:00 games. Unfortunately,
it's tough, dude.
I know.
I feel like you could pull it though if you need
I
to.
could.
I feel like you should, Jay.
You
Not trying to pressure you, but, just because how many times before you?
True.
This is probably the last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Last time
with
at the
a
horseshoe.
vengeance. We'll hook you up with a driver, get hammered at the horseshoe.
Hook you up with a driver.
Tony would be I think Tony would have 30 beers if you were getting popped and then having a driver take you back to Asbury Park.
God.
Get a driver
for 2.5 hours. Where's my car?
Oh, he's gonna drive your car. He's getting you just the driver, not the car.
No, I feel like Josh B can hook you up with like a special route back to New Jersey. New Jersey Transit, right? Take the train.
Oh, yeah.
Who needs your car? You don't need your car.
Nobody needs your car.
Are you bringing it to London? No, you gotta bring it to London.
No, Tony, what are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, you need a car. I mean, what the hell?
You don't need a car over there.
Yeah, I guess if you want to get stabbed on the subway.
Last question here before we do quick hockey. Absolute lock, straight out dog this week.
Ooh,
Tony.
Oh. I would say the absolute lock would definitely be the Chiefs. I'm standing by that.
Dog.
Firmly, dude.
Underdog.
-1.
Oh, this is absolute lock and absolute dog.
No. Absolute lock as an outright dog.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. Let's see. Absolute dog lock. Dude.
A tight
dog lock.
Don't just give us the Zach bullshit, okay?
Wow, dude. I would say, Kev, do the Raiders at home. Tight dog lock. Let's go, dude. Fuck the Hobbs, Vikings, Jefferson.
Yeah.
He's going to be not 100%. Doesn't matter, dude. Give me the Raiders in Vegas. Jefferson's probably at the slots right now, dude. Right now. With the grills, the women, the drinking. We know it's Vegas, dude. Jefferson loves that shit. Give me the Raiders, dude. Let's go.
Damn, bro. Give me the Jaguars. They're surprising underdog here. But yeah, I think the Jaguars are going to steal this one.
Yeah. And it's, they shouldn't even be underdogs.
No, they shouldn't. It's only because of the Bethard or whatever his name is.
No, I wasn't talking about that, but that is true as well. I was going to say Eagles, 3.5.
Eagles.
Outright dog.
Oh,
lock.
shit.
Lock.
Yeah.
Lock.
Yeah, lock that up. Mortal lock.
Lock.
Especially coming out their performance last week. That's all I'm saying.
The mortgage on the Eagles.
Wow, that's crazy.
So that's what we got. Week 14. Obviously, we will
I'm only
talk
kidding.
Football at the horseshoe when Jay is
1-800
hammered
1-800 gambler
on Sunday. But let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle break. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net. Between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pastrnak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
This is courtesy of, I don't know how big of a guy this is, but he just always comes up on my he runs New York Porch Sport. Is that? Oh, that's parody, but this is a real tweet. I don't know if this is parody or not, but I'm just gonna read it anyway. Joe Randazzo at Librarian Joe _. The Toronto Blue Jays offered north of 12 years for Ohtani, most AAV total dollars in MLB history, were he to sign multiple options as well. Dodgers fell out of favor after Dave Roberts mentioned they spoke with Ohtani. Second was that Toronto jumped ahead. Ohtani appreciates their confidentiality due to a lack of leaks on Toronto's end.
What?
I'm just the one thing here, and like we've said, and Matt said it before, don't want it to happen, but I do think there is something in the Japanese culture about respect and stuff like that. And if he was very out front that he doesn't want that, and that happened, I could see that actually being a thing.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree with that.
So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
But that was just interesting. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say it's actually funny you were mentioning that because I just saw a tweet out from SNY saying that the Mets seem better positioned in the Yamamoto market following their visit to Japan. Mets officials flew 14 hours to New York, ate the French Japanese cuisine with a small group that included Yamamoto, his mother, Kadai Senga's translator, and a few others. And the purpose was to make sure the depth and seriousness of the Mets' interest, to give the pitcher a chance to know the team and its top execs, which have been a success. Yankees have long been a favorite to sign Yamamoto over the Mets, but Cohen and Stearns' trip seemed to help the level.
And I'm just seeing on here, he's very much so looking forward to meeting with the Yankee legends in Hideki Matsui and Masahiro Tanaka.
Let's see right now. Yamamoto just signed with the Mets, dude.
Was a little underwhelmed at the vocabulary from Mr. David
vocabulary.
Stearns,
the vocabulary.
Flutter.
What is that, dude?
Has solved all the world's problems at 38 years old.
And then he's gonna meet Brian Cashman. What a fucking loser this guy is. Get me out of here.
I mean, all I'm saying is after the Soto deal, Cashman's reputation is kind of going back in the other way, especially if he lands Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Yamamoto, Tony. Yamamoto. So I know we could go on for days about that. Like I said, may the best man win. It will sting if it doesn't go our way, but I just think the Yankee way is back. At the end of the day,
the Yankee
last year took a toll on everybody. And I think they're
blowing.
I think they're out to prove that they're not going to be blowing anything next year. They're going to be winning. My agenda is for the Yankees to win the fucking World Series. How about that, Tony? That would be the agenda. We don't even know if refers a robot. We don't. But Tony, I know Rangers on Saturday.
Yep.
But give me something on the Sharks here. I mean, I feel like
squeaking out.
Really, I mean, one of the hottest teams in the league. And the name who's their best player again? He's been
Tomas Hertl?
Binder, no?
Yeah, he has been.
Tony and Jay at a rugby drink up. I mean, that's how he's
That's funny.
You guys missed the drink up days. Obviously.
That's for sure, bro.
I mean, it wasn't like this is so
bro. We were in the prime of our drinking days. It was like 4 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably 5.
Did you ever at one point think like, wow,
I should probably slow down?
Yeah.
Never.
Really?
Honestly,
Sounds
really
like something Tony would say.
didn't cross my mind.
Didn't cross my mind. I'm like, I gotta enjoy this.
Yeah, I mean, and everything was going so well. Like my grades were great. Our rugby was great.
Yep.
The drinking was great.
Yep. Friends were
The
great.
woman.
Dude.
The women.
The women, dude.
The women,
The women, dude.
Sounds like a weird. I don't know. That sounds weird, but I guess that is how you're supposed to say it. But anything,
no.
Anything to this, just the how a season goes. Even the terrible teams get.
I mean, listen, this exactly. Even terrible teams get hot. I mean, the Sharks, this is gonna be their second year in a row now being terrible. And it's not, again, like these teams, do go on benders, they go on streaks. Just like the opposite, where the Sharks start the season at like 0-10. Like it's just that shit happens. Not to say that. These players on the team aren't talented, but then also on the other end, I mean, this is not a complete team. They don't have great defense. They don't have consistent offense. They don't have great goaltending.
Consistent, Jack.
I mean, the coaching, dude. David Quinn.
No,
it's not there. So I mean, yeah, it's good that they beat the Red Wings. They kind of, that 4-goal second period, I guess. Hertl had 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
And then Granlund back there had the overtime winner. But again, I mean, the Red Wings, who are a good team, I would say an overwhelmingly, surprisingly good team so far this season. A little snafu against the Sharks, nothing crazy in overtime. So got a point. I wouldn't put much into this. If you want to look ahead here for the Sharks, I know Brian's going to be a big Sharks fan now. He wants to sprinkle
I
a
already
few
ordered some
shekels.
merch.
Stop it, really? I have a Sharks jersey.
You do.
Yeah, Patty Marlowe. What we looking at? Schedule. That's what I was looking at. The Golden Knights are up next here. In Vegas on Sunday. Well, Vegas hosting the doubleheader as well, dude. On Sunday.
On Sunday, okay.
So they have the 4 o'clock game and then a 10 o'clock hockey game.
Wow, dude, Vegas.
Oh,
that
you're
is
saying-
sick.
Yeah.
Partying, bro. Partying.
Should we just go?
That would be
Yeah, we
sick,
should,
dude.
dude.
We should go
Put it
now.
on a credit card and just forget you have it.
Yeah.
Just whatever happens, happens.
That's not a bad idea.
Whoa, dude. All right, yeah, let's go. We'll put it on your credit card.
Dude, we can go to the Sphere.
yeah. How sick would that be to fly to Vegas now,
yeah.
take the private jet over?
No private jet.
Why?
JetBlue.
I know you love JetBlue, but it's at this point we're doing private air
I don't feel
right.
comfortable with private
because it's a
jets.
tiny jet.
Yeah.
What if the pilot, close friend, you knew him, all the confidence in the world, personal pilot.
I guess if we had
all the food you
favorable
want, the filet
conditions-
mignon on the flight, dude.
I still would rather just go JetBlue Mint. That basically is a private jet. I mean, come on.
Basically, is though.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, private jet over to Vegas. We stay at the Bellagio, I guess. Friday
Imagine
night,
us
Saturday
three
night,
at the
dude.
blackjack table, late night.
We're
Dude,
fucking bring
make
the
it
house
killing.
down, dude. Bring the
killing.
house down.
You're gonna be thinking that I'm like counting cards.
Yeah, the three of us
Um,
working together.
Yeah.
Anything stand out for you fellas? Like one time at the casino, blackjack table, like just like
Yes.
What is it? What do we got?
It was senior week.
Yes.
It was senior
Yeah.
week, and like I didn't have a lot of money
At Mohegan.
at Mohegan, and I maybe had like $100, and I like put it all on the blackjack table. I walked away with $500.
Wow. And
Yeah.
were you doing $25 hands or what did you?
I think it was. I started off with like the lowest, which was like
15?
15, I think, and then I worked my way up. To
Any
like
match of
25.
dealers?
No,
It was
no.
all just straight.
I think I doubled down once, and that's what it's like big. It was like I made like $60 in one hand.
Wow.
But yeah, that was.
And you were
I was jacked up, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I can live off this for like another week or two before I have my job. You know. big deal.
and then Tony, I'm guessing since you hate the state of Connecticut, your moment was in New Jersey at the Borgata.
That is correct. Borgata. I mean, come on, it's not even a comparison, Brian. You know this. The Borgata, awesome.
Yeah.
Similar scenario. Didn't have a ton of. I lost a lot of money. Down your last $30
Yeah.
at the blackjack table, and you slowly work your way up. And then I had one big hand where it was like 2 splits and 2 double downs.
Mhm.
Win big, like over $200. And you just keep going, and then eventually, like probably what was the best part of that is I ended up like plus 450, and I probably was maybe a little over 500, 510, and I started losing a little bit. I was like, I just walked away.
Yeah,
What was the
smart,
final number?
smart. Tony.
450,
And you were
455.
at 5.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And absolutely cheesing.
Cheesing, dude.
Late night noodles for a celebration? or-
Yes, actually, with my parents. My mother was in the SWAT at the time.
Wow.
My father was, watching me play blackjack too, so he was watching me. Good job walking away, son. And then it was just a great time.
Responsible.
The noodle
gambling.
bar. Actually, I think we may have went to the Metropolitan that time.
Okay.
Get a late night burger with the breakfast burger, and a time during the day, it's a burger with a fried egg on it, dude. So good. Tater tots instead of French fries.
Ooh.
Were you ever big on the side bets or not really?
No, never almost.
Yeah, because it's annoying though, because
Yeah.
sometimes like you just all right, I'm not doing it. And then it's
And then
like
it fucking hits,
match,
dude, it
match.
fuck.
And then like the dealer,
Yeah.
oh, you
Oh.
don't play. And then everybody next to you. And then everybody next to you, wow, what are you doing? What are you doing? Wait, did you just lose 10
And
grand
then-
doing master dealer $100 every
Yeah.
hand? Like, I mean, come on. Like, what are we talking about here?
Honestly, ridiculous.
Yeah, in stretches, so
Hilarious.
you can
Hilarious.
manage it, Tony.
Manage it.
Management.
Management.
You think they heard us chirping the Islanders last night? 7-3 over the Jackets.
Oh, yeah, it must have,
Horvat, 2 goals and assists. Barzal, 2 goals, 2 assists. Tony.
Yeah, I mean, again, Barzal is that type of player. That's what he should be doing, honestly. Like almost every other night. Horvat loved that, 2 goals. And I think maybe we overestimated Columbus a little bit.
They suck.
I mean, they are not good, but I'm trying to ride the Justin Danforth train, by the way.
Right. Right.
But he had 2 shots on goal last night, -4 on the ice. So he was on the ice for 4 goals given up. 1 block shot, which is cool. Justin Danforth, by the way, Jason, is a Sacred Heart alumni.
Yeah.
great
I've
hockey,
seen this guy.
Yeah,
Yes, Tony.
He
Yes!
plays for the Red Wings.
Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets.
The Blue Jackets.
That's cool,
So-
dude. I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool for that. But yeah,
Put
Columbus
shoe on the map.
Yeah, would you love to see that? But I mean, Islanders still suck anyway, too. I think they have the Kings coming up this weekend, which could get ugly quick, dude. But I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the Kings.
Your lock out of the 3 games tonight: Penguins, Panthers, Blues, Blue Jackets. The Battle of the Blues, Tony, in Columbus.
Battle of the Blues.
And then your Oilers hosting the Wild. How about this? All of a sudden, Oilers 10-12 after starting like 2-9, I think.
Yeah, dude.
Just take the Wild. Come on.
Yeah.
I
Just do
feel
it.
like that's
Just do
my
it, dude.
lock right there is the Wild. Yeah, dude.
Is
Like,
that really?
That is my lock of the night. Surefire, tight dog. Edmonton minus 190 at home. Take the cash, take the money, and run, dude.
I'm gonna
telling you
fade-
right now-
I'm fading Tony.
You're gonna fade Tony?
Dude, I'm fading you.
Fine. You can fade me if you want. That's
Edmonton's
totally
been-
fine.
They
Dude.
scored like 4 goals in the first period last game. I'm saying they've been on
They
fire.
ended up losing anyway, didn't they?
No, they won.
Yeah. No.
Ooh, they're on a winning streak, Tony.
Oh, they are? Oh, yeah, they did.
No.
Yeah, I guess so. They're a different game. out there.
Thorn.
Thorn,
Thorn.
dude. But Wild, winning 4 out of their last 5, beating St. Louis, Chicago, Calgary, Nashville, losing to Vancouver recently. It's the little reset button, in the winning streak. Edmonton hasn't hit that yet, dude. So give me a fucking break and give me Minnesota on the road, dismantling Edmonton, dude. Skinner,
Wow.
stop it, dude.
That got a little aggressive.
Minnesota's not that good, but I'm trying to double down here on the Oilers not being good. So it's a little bit of a stretch, obviously, because they're the underdog, but still, dude, give me the Wild, bro.
I like it.
You don't like it. You're fading me.
I like your picks, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Because I know to fade you every pick you have.
Fine.
I'm gonna go Blues over Blue Jackets back to back. Inferior team.
Yeah, Blues are good.
That's in the Blue Jackets. So
Watch out for Justin Danforth.
watch
Yeah.
out for Danforth. Give me the Blues.
Watch
So that sets up the Penguins and the Panthers as our common game, Tony.
I'll give you the Pickens.
You'll give me the Pickens, George Pickens.
George
Pickens,
dude.
Okay, so let me just put this in real quick.
Oh, wow. The Wild also are on the back. Like they did play last night. That's right.
He's a big baby.
Give me the
George
veteran
Pickens.
team. Give me Pittsburgh. You'll take Florida.
Yeah, I faded Florida before. I got
Carlson has
aced.
been a little quiet. And I think he'll step up here. So Penguins get the job done.
How many times are you gonna bang on that keyboard?
A lot.
You're gonna destroy that.
And then who are the Rangers playing tomorrow?
Don't tell me Washington.
Washington
In
DC
Washington.
before 3-game homestand.
Correct.
Coming off the disappointing loss. I know you're expecting them to bounce back with a vengeance. You think any line changes for Peter Laviolette, Tony?
I don't know. I mean, he likes where Cooley is. Who the hell did he put on the first line? Why am I blanking on his name? Oh, gee, I'm gonna look this up now.
Gaudreau?
No. It was like a guy that they brought up from the minors, dude. Let's see. God, I hate that I don't remember this. Brodzinski. Johnny Brodzinski, they brought up. He likes that first line. Zibanejad has been playing really well too this month. So I think he would keep that line together. Obviously, the Panarin line stays chill.
Mhm.
And then I like where Wheeler is in the third line now with Benino and Cooley. Yeah, so I think all remains the same, really. No line changes. Just keep it copacetic. Execution was a big issue, I think, in the Rangers' last loss. Their defense was terrible. So I think if, again, Laviolette probably whipped them into shape on these few off days, the practice, keeping count of who's winning, the little battles, the scrimmages, the little
The drinking.
the drills they do, not the drinking. They're all
don't drink.
sober, dude. So I think, Rangers here just dismantling the Capitals here on the road, I think is something that you, Jay, should bet on.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with this
You
game.
shouldn't fade me.
I'm not fading you on the Rangers.
Yeah, they're due to bounce back.
Yeah.
If I were you, Jay, for Saturday
Parlay, yes,
me-
Tony, the Kings and the Rangers, the road, the odds. Yes, we get it. The
Rangers,
boost.
Kings, Red Wings, Maple Leafs, 4-game parlay. You can even sprinkle a little Sabres action at home against Canadiens.
And throw
A
the Red Wings.
5-game parlay. I said Red Wings.
Okay.
Kings? You said
throw in the
Kings,
Blackhawks,
Rangers,
too.
Kings.
So Kings, Rangers, Red Wings, Maple Leafs,
And
and then
Blackhawks.
Buffalo Sabres.
And Blackhawks.
You want to make a 6-game? We can go
Yeah,
Blackhawks.
6 games. Avalanche bouncing back too after the disappointing loss.
No,
last night
no,
against
no,
the
no,
Jets.
stop it. This is ridiculous. Flyers playing pretty well right now.
Flyers.
I mean, even the
suck.
Blues playing kind of well. So I don't know about the Black because the Blackhawks suck.
the Predators are pretty good.
But at times they look pretty good.
The Predators are tough though. Maple Leafs at home in Toronto. I
Number
don't
one
think so,
rule:
dude.
you just don't touch
Touch the Predators, dude. I
You
know, it's-
don't
it's
do
tough,
it.
dude. It's
You
tough.
don't do it.
It's tough,
You
dude.
don't do it.
It's tough.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Um,
the game I was at, like they were about to beat the Rangers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they fucking
they
fumbled it.
They
dude.
looked, they really did.
The
Fumbled it like Zach
Dude.
Wilson in the end zone.
whenever they score a goal at the Predators game, they have they have that, but then they have some country singer come on. You know that song? I like it. I love it.
I want some more of it.
I try
I
so
listen to that all the
hard.
time.
But then at one point they're like, I can't get enough of those Predators scoring. Yeah, it's great.
You like that, dude?
It's awesome.
You like
and then
being
they
a
go,
Predator?
and then every time they score, they go, hey. Then they say the goalie's name, like, you suck. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
Saros,
That's
you
kinda
suck. What do we got on a binge buddy bite?
A binge buddy bite, dude. So a little tease was coming up, dude. We have a trailer of the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith series. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
Oh, that's one that is allowed,
dude. It's a good movie, right? It's a good movie. Angelina Jolie,
Tony,
dude.
yes.
Brad Pitt, Vince Vaughn, even. I mean, you find Vince Vaughn a little funny, dude. So watching that new trailer Amazon series would be pretty interesting. I think it'll be pretty good too. I also watched a documentary about a whistleblower during the Manhattan Project, which is pretty interesting.
That is pretty
Are
interesting.
they going to bring back Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt to reprise their roles?
I would think at some
divorce?
point, dude, they got a sans divorce, dude. I would think so.
Really?
I mean, come on.
I would
dude.
hope
and
so.
They seem like amicable.
I mean, I know she was like really trying to tarnish her reputation for a while. The
Little-
drinking,
yeah.
literally, and some shit with the kids and
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
know
she's crazy. He's also kind of off their rocker, and they have a bunch of adopted kids. It's so like odd. I mean, I understand maybe you just don't want to do the whole pregnancy thing, but it's like a lot. They're both far out there.
Yeah. So interesting.
Good episode of Bitch Bunnies.
Noon
dude.
Team.
Baby. You know it, dude. Houdini.
But yeah, everybody check that out, of course. But Jay, my man,
that. Yo,
been a pleasure.
Jay, my
back
man.
in the building.
I'm very happy to be here.
Jay, man.
And definitely, video in as much as you can across the pond.
I will.
Obviously,
I will.
we'll see you, one more time before you go, of course. But definitely enjoyed having you in today. But would like to thank everybody once again for tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume merch at downtimetv.com. Shout out to the company. Everybody enjoy the Michael K holiday party and get there and back safely.
Very nice.
Everybody enjoy the weekend.
Merry
enjoy
Christmas.
the games. Let's go Rangers.
Go Rangers!
And
Go
we
Rangers.
will see you
Go
on
Jets.
Sunday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.